Welcome back, Rebels, to Studio G. I'm UCL Turan.
And I'm Anna Saya. Thank you for joining us. Today we have some stories on recent events and recognizing Hispanic Heritage Month.
That's right. We have all that and more coming up. Hey Rebels, this is Hispanic Heritage Month. So in honor of that, we will be talking about several important Hispanic figures throughout the week.
Today we will talk about Julia Alvarez, a Dominican-American author and poet, Sylvia Rivera, a Hispanic-American gay and transgender activist, and we will also have an in-studio interview with someone from our Hispanic community.
Julia Alvarez was born in New York in 1950. Shortly after her birth, her family returned to their native country, the Dominican Republic. 10 years after their return, they were forced to flee to the U.S. because of her father's involvement in a plot to overthrow the dictator, Rafael Trujillo. This served as the inspiration for her novel, How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accent.
Julia would go on to receive multiple awards for literature, the Hispanic Heritage Award, the F. Scott Fitzgerald Award, and National Medal of Arts from President Obama in 2013. To learn more about her and everything she has written about and accomplished, visit www.juliaalvarez.com.
Sylvia Rivera was born in New York City in 1951. Sylvia had a difficult childhood as she was rejected and beaten for who she was. This led to her running away from home and eventually becoming a gay and transgender rights activist.
Sylvia participated in the Stonewall riots of 1969 alongside Marsha P. Johnson, her friend and fellow activist. Sylvia would go on to fight for gay and transgender rights throughout the 70s and co-founded the Gay Liberation Front as well as the political organization STAR. Sylvia passed away in 2002, but her legacy remains as one of the mothers of the gay rights movement. These were amazing women that paved the way for future Hispanic women.
Amazing women indeed. This past weekend was the Las Vegas Pride Festival. During the festival, more than 25,000 people were expected to attend. This is a significant increase in attendance compared to previous years the festival was held. In 1983, the first year for the Las Vegas Pride Festival, only a few hundred people participated.
Yesterday was Indigenous Peoples Day. The holiday celebrates and honors Native American peoples and commemorates their histories and cultures. The holiday has existed since 1992, but has only recently been given more official recognition. President Biden became the first U.S. president to mark Indigenous Peoples Day, stating so in his presidential proclamation week. This past weekend, on October 9th, was Hangul Day, celebrating the Korean alphabet. This Korean holiday celebrates the invention and the proclamation of the Korean alphabet, which Las Vegas celebrated at Onsan Sister City Park. They had performers and local artists there to celebrate the event.
Wow, how amazing that we now have Indigenous Peoples Day. It's long overdue and it's a great recognition for our natives.
I'm so excited. I 100% agree.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Anyway, moving forward, the National Immigrant Integration Conference took place last week. It is the hub for broad immigrant and refugee rights and integration fields. Here's the story. I'm at the Westgate Hotel and Casino where the National Immigrant Integration Conference is being held for the 14th year in a row. As the country's largest immigration conference, NIIC plays a crucial role in the long-term protection, integration, and empowerment of immigrants and refugees. This 4-day event is held in order to build a community amongst 41 of the largest regional immigrant rights organizations in 37 states that come together to raise awareness and bring a voice to the voiceless. Among the organizations in attendance was the local nonprofit ACDC. Family Services Director told me what the conference has to offer.
It offers a lot of issues that all of the immigrant community should know about and talk about. And we also learn from different organizations how they were able to overcome challenges that their organizations faced during the pandemic, with the rise in anti-Asian hate or any kind of racism. So it opens your eyes to the different issues and the advocacies that you need to push for.
One of the many attendees, a community organizer for Black Alliance for Just Immigration in Miami, Florida, reflected on the importance of this event.
As an immigrant, we were able to have a panel that talks about us, what's happening to us, and actions that need to be taken, not just by us, how we need everybody to stand up with us and to tackle this immigration issue.
This is an important forum for leaders and organizations, and it increases collaborations and partnerships that fuel work on the local, regional, and national levels. Reporting for Studio G, it's UCL Tehran.
If you are over 21 and want to check out something fun, the Player One Bar is a staple for gamers and other people alike. Reporter Evelyn Hernandez has more.
With a variety of activities in Las Vegas for the 21 and up crowd, don't forget to visit the Player One Bar and Lounge. This location is a video game theme bar. They have many different games from old school arcade systems to the newest ones. A small cover charge gets you unlimited access to the gaming systems, and the bar offers over 200 different beverages. Player One also hosts weekly events and specials.
I really liked the car game where you got to race in the car. I thought that was really cool. It kind of brought me back childhood memories of going to Chuck E. Cheese and stuff. It's really nostalgic almost. It takes you back to when you were a kid and you had such a fun time playing all these cool little games.
A popular event is Weeb Wednesdays, where vendors sell all types of anime merchandise, Japanese snacks, and food. Employees also have fun dressing up as their favorite characters, and anyone that goes in with a costume on Wednesdays gets a discount on their drink.
It's even a cool place to bring your parents if you want to show them around Vegas. If you have family in town and they like that kind of stuff, it's a cool bar to take them to.
Don't miss out on a great experience. This is Evelyn Hernandez with Studio G.
Las Vegas is constantly under construction and renovation. New casinos and high-rise buildings are opening up at a fast pace. Resorts World opened up this summer and Circa opened last year, just to name a few examples. Therefore, it may surprise you to know that Las Vegas has historic sites as well. I found a historic place many may not know about. Take a look. Behind me is the Morelli House. It's one of the very few historic places in Las Vegas. Inside lives an era that no longer exists. Originally built in 1959, this was a dream home for Antonio Morelli and his wife. Morelli was the orchestra conductor and musical director for the Sands Hotel and Casino Copa Showroom from 1954 to 1972. The house stood in the eminent Desert Inn Country Club Estates where the Wynn Hotel and Casino now stands. On September 2001, Junior League was able to save the house from being demolished. Thankfully, the house wasn't built on concrete and was movable. The house now stands near downtown on 9th and Bridger Avenue. This house is a classic example of mid-century modern architecture. Inside, you'll find unique materials that are rare to find nowadays, like mahogany wood on the walls and the pleated copper fireplace. The kitchen's appliances are classics of mid-century product designs. The breakfast area has a distinctive television cabinet that swings open from the wall to create a bar area. In Las Vegas, the past is many times forgotten in the efforts to maintain constant innovation. The Morelli House was officially placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2012. It's a hidden gem that not many people know about. If you want to feel the nostalgia, visit morellihouse.org for more information and tour dates. Reporting for Studio G, it's UCL Tehran. Honestly, I had a lot of fun visiting the Morelli House. There are also other historic places such as the old Las Vegas Mormon Fort and Springs Preserves that are rich with history. So Anna, if you want to teleport back to the 1960s, go to the Morelli House.
That's the place to be out here. So yeah, I can't wait for that. We'll be right back after this.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, who we are, what we miss, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, how were the vaccines tested? In rigorous clinical trials among adults of diverse backgrounds. Can the vaccines give you COVID-19? You cannot get COVID-19 from a vaccine. Why should I get vaccinated? Protecting yourself also helps protect the people around you. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
Welcome back to our show. Let's take a moment to look at our weather forecast with Anna.
Thank you, UCL. So looking at today's forecast, it's partly cloudy. Currently, we're sitting at 61 degrees Fahrenheit, looking more so into the rest of the week. Highest today is going to be 67 degrees, lowest 45. Highest is going to be on Saturday, 76 degrees. Lowest is 53. So if you're looking for a nice pumpkin patch with your family, this would be the perfect time to go out and just have a great time. So that's all we have for weather. Back to you, UCL.
Thank you, Anna. That's all. And this week's Friends Eats is on a special Cuban Italian restaurant. Reporter Mia Nakamura has more.
Habanos Cafe is a Cuban Italian fusion restaurant. We have our focus is like the Cuban community and what we usually eat back in Cuba, which Cubans are we're really fans of Italian cuisine. So we eat a lot of pizzas. We even made ourselves our own version of the pizza. We call it Cuban pizza. It's thicker and it has like a lot of cheese. It's very extra. So I work every day. So it's very challenging, but I do it with passion. So my parents have been in the restaurant business for about 25 years. Back in Cuba, the situation was pretty hard, so they have to leave their career. So my dad started studying for being a chef and my mom to be a dependent. When we came here to the United States, my dad worked for a bunch of years managing other places. And we figured that if my dad has managed places here restaurants here in the United States for so long, we should have opened our own. And we decided to create Habanos.
Wow, Habanos Cafe looked really good. Anthony Ramos, the editor for Channel 3, is in the studio with us today. Welcome back.
Hi, how's it going? Nice to be here.
I know you've been here at Studio G before, so it must feel a little nostalgic to be back.
It is. It is. It's nice though. It's nice to see how it's still running. It's wonderful.
So we just had a package on Habanos Cafe. I know you've been. Tell me.
Oh yeah.
You recommend
I was
it?
there actually probably 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago Friday, because it's actually not far from my house. So I actually went there with my friend Mia, who took me there and showed me some of the food that they have. It's actually really good.
Well, if you recommend it, I'll definitely go.
Highly recommend. Get the chicken, get the rice, get the plantains. You won't be disappointed.
But anyway, let's talk more about you now. So you're a journalism student, and then now you're a journalist. You're at you're official. You're at Channel 3 as an editor. Tell me a little bit of your journey as a journalist.
All right. Well, so my biggest thing was here at UNLV. My biggest production was Studio G. I did Studio G for 2 semesters back to back just to gain some of that more experience. Is like, in my opinion, the best way to get experience, because you're getting to have the feel of both the production side of it as well as the on-camera side of it. So that actually helped a lot. From there, I went to University Speaks, where I actually am one of the anchors now. So we still do reports, we still do stories. The only thing that's different is that it's not really a live show. It's kind of a longer broadcast that we actually tape. And then from there, a couple of months ago, I applied over at News 3, and they kind of onboarded me. So I work with the morning shows overnight.
Well, University Speaks is definitely a great stepping stone. But yeah, you've done behind the camera and in front. Is there a preference?
Ooh, there is. I actually prefer being in front of the camera. I like actually going out and participating, getting the stories, doing the interviews. But at the takeaway, I still enjoy some of the behind the scenes stuff. I really enjoy producing newscasts. I really enjoy, obviously, the editing part of it. That's really fun for me. But no, my preference would definitely be more on camera.
So it'd be safe to say that, what are your future goals for that? Would it be more in front of the camera?
Definitely, definitely. My long-term goal, probably since I was a little kid, I had to be maybe 11 or 12. I've always wanted to be a news anchor. Growing up watching the anchors, I had to sit at the dinner table just watching. That would be the nighttime show that me and my mother would watch. So watching the news, I've always wanted to be one of them. So that's kind of my end goal, anchor.
Perfect. So tell me a little bit more about, diversity in the media. Are we going in the right step currently? What are your thoughts on that?
I think we are. I think diversity in media is something that in previous times was very lacking. You didn't see it that much. And now here in 2021, it's definitely something that's more prominent. You see it at, small format stations. You're seeing it more on a national level. People of color, minorities. It's nice to see them kind of stepping up, being that on-air personality.
And what is the importance of acceptance?
The importance is live your life how you want to live it. That is honestly my biggest takeaway from it. Everybody is different, but I mean, we're all kind of like one, so we need to be involved, and we need to get together, and we need to do it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Anthony, for being here with us.
Anytime.
Best of luck on your future endeavors. Is there anything else you would like to, tell me about? Any goals that you are still planning on doing?
Oh, any goals that I'm doing? I'm still deciding whether or not I want to stay local. And a lot of times it's hard to find jobs in the news, in a market like we are in. But hopefully I can stay here. Eventually I do want to branch out and get out there a little bit, but that's still kind of in the back of my mind, deciding whether or not I want to stay here or take a leap and go somewhere else.
Perfect. I think as journalists, that's always our goal, to venture out there. Best of luck on your future endeavors. Thank you so much for being here with us, Anthony. Well, we'll be coming in today. We'll be right back after this.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Welcome back. Last night, the Las Vegas Raiders head coach, Jon Gruden, resigned amidst allegations for homophobic, racist, and misogynistic emails. Here's a statement from Gruden.
I apologize for the insensitive remarks. I had I had no racial intentions with those remarks at all. But yes, they can. I'm not like that at all. But I apologize. I don't want to keep addressing it.
Last week, the Las Vegas Aces and the Phoenix Mercury had their final semifinal game. Phoenix Mercury won with a score of 87-84. The Aces were close to victory on multiple occasions, with players Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, and Kelsey Plum scoring more than 20 points each. The Phoenix Mercury will go on to play the Chicago Sky in the WNBA Finals.
The UNLV volleyball team beat Fresno State in straight sets and achieved 5 consecutive wins. By doing so, the Rebels have won 12 of the last 13 games and hold the #1 spot in the Mountain West Conference.
This weekend, the WBC and ring heavyweight champion Tyson Fury fought against the former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder in an 11-round spectacle coming off of the previous loss to Fury. Wilder stated he would regain his title. In the end, Fury defeated Wilder with an 11th round knockout.
Well, that's our show. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Yusil Taran.
And I'm Anna Saya. See you next time.